Can I come in, sir?
Please come.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
You are Aniketh.
Yes, sir.
Please give your brief introduction.
Sir, myself, Aniketh Ghosh. I belong to Durgapur, West Bengal. I completed my class 10th and class 12 from DAV Model School, Durgapur. Then I pursued BTech in Mechanical Engineering from NIT Durgapur, after which I joined PwC as a technical consultant. Then I left the job and I am now preparing for UPSC CDS and CAPF examinations.
From mechanical engineering to the armed forces.
Yes, sir.
What is motivation behind this?
So the degree of variation which armed forces provides us is the most motivating factor for me, as well as the pride which is attached with the uniform and the service that I could provide to the nation from my education as well is the factors that I consider for joining the Indian Armed Forces.
How your education can be useful in performing your duties in the armed forces?
Yes, sir. As the armed forces is going modernization, both in technical as well as manpower, so it needs engineers and other graduates to consider its development as the dynamics of warfare is changing to space, to cyber warfare, and latest developments in the machineries are also coming in, whether it is the surveillance or the fighter crafts and all. So I think that's where the engineers could contribute.
Aniket, are you aware about Indo-Pak conflict that was going on now? There is ceasefire.
Yes, sir.
You are talking about the modern warfare.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the modern weapons or modern equipments which have been used in the recent conflict between India and Pakistan?
So for our defense system, we have used the S-400 missile system as well as the Akash surface-to-air missile. And we also intercepted their air defense system as well as attacked their air force bases with the Haruk missile of Israel. And in information warfare, we are also using the artificial intelligence to track the misadventures that are being tried by the Pakistani DJI-ISPR to counter it. So, and recently we have also inducted we are also procuring the Rafale M26 for the Indian Navy to be a naval superpower in the Arabian Sea also.
Apart from S-400, what equipments we have used?
We have used the Hammer and the Scalp defense system, missile system. I think I have also saw the use of BrahMos to intercept their...
BrahMos?
Today morning I have seen it, sir. Not the advanced version, but a version that was used to attack the Sharjah airport of, not the Sharjah, the Shahbaz Air Base of Pakistani Air Force.
You're talking about BrahMos at the Nagrota Air Station, Nagrota, GNK. Anything connected with Nagrota?
Yes, sir. Yesterday night, Nagrota got again involved in the ceasefire violations. We have information about the intrusion of the JEM terrorist also. And I think...
Okay, thank you, Aniket.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Aniket, you are in mechanical engineering.
Yes, sir.
Mechanical engineer. So, can you tell me what is Carnot cycle?
So, Carnot cycle is a hypothetical thermodynamic cycle which works in its 100% efficiency between two processes, that is adiabatic compression expansion and isothermal compression and expansion.
Okay, adiabatic compression. So, sometimes in geography we study procedures like adiabatic cooling, adiabatic heating. What are these things?
Sorry, sir, I am not able to recall right now.
Okay, that's fine. You are from West Bengal.
Yes, sir.
And West Bengal shares borders, with Bangladesh. So, can you tell me, way back in sometime 5 or 10 odd years back, there was a land boundary agreement between India and Bangladesh.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me something about that?
So, our Prime Minister and our counterpart Sheikh Hasina got a border enclave exchange, and we had the disputed areas also got cleared.
There were three major things which were resolved. Can you identify those things?
So, as of now, I am remembering the border enclave, and other two I am not able to recall right now.
Okay, there were three things. One was undemarcated border. Second, issue of these enclaves. And third one was area of adverse possession.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, today is 11th of May. Do you know why this day is very special? Apart from Mother's Day.
So I think it is the National Technology Day also.
Yes, National Technological Day.
Yes, sir.
Why it is celebrated in India?
So again, I need to take a guess if you allow.
Yes.
Is it C.V. Raman's?
No, because of this day, India tasted its Pokhran taste
Okay, sir. Thank
happened
you.
on this day. That's why this day is dedicated to all engineers, technologicals, research like that. So, what are various challenges in front of India with respect to Bangladesh border? What are major issues India is encountering?
So the major issue, I would say, the infiltration that we face, because we have riverine borders also that is not possible to be manly bordered or have any permanent infrastructure. So first, and second is a radicalized government or a mob has been activated in the Bangladesh after the outthrow of PM Sheikh Hasina. So that's the second factor. And third factor, I would consider it. Yes, sir. The main threats are these two, because the trade has been impacted. We have banned the land ports of India for
Is there
giving
any
the access.
integrated checkpost?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you
There.
aware of how many are there?
So I'm not aware of the number of integrated checkposts, but
Can you
there
name
are.
some?
So one would be the Petrapol integrated checkpost.
Petrapol, Benapol.
And Benapol.
Yes. Okay. What was New Moor Island controversy?
So during the time of PM Sheikh Hasina, she has raised the issue that she has been pressurized, or international pressures have been there for giving away the Newmore Island towards a foreign power, so that the geopolitical affairs of that country could be managed from that island. But she refused it because it's affecting her sovereignty, her country's sovereignty. So therefore, it might have some intelligence has predicted that it might have led to the mass mobilizations and throwing her away from the power.
Okay. My last question to you. Just name me some northeast insurgent groups. Just name me these.
So the first will be the ULFA, the United Liberation Front of Assam, the Kuki Liberation Army, the NDFP, the National Democratic Front of Bodoland, and the NSCN,
NSCN.
IM and Khaplang.
Okay. Thank you.
Aniket, there were widespread protests against Waqf Amendment Act in West Bengal. What were the problematic provisions that the protests were against? Can you identify?
Ma'am, we have faced the protest because there is a gap in information. The government tried to register the properties of the Waqf Amendment, but the miscreants or the due to governance gap or misinformation got spread. They thought that it would be taking away their properties, the masjids, all the other Muslim properties, and also they protested against the non-Muslims' interests in their board because it would be hampering their sovereignty.
If you can simply identify the problematic provisions which people are protesting against, or certain segment of a society is protesting against.
Ma'am, I think that they think of owning or giving away the properties to the government because the registration would lead to some of the disputed areas coming up, and also since the government has removed the interference of Waqf board as a first point of as the tribunal and the district collector getting involved in it, so they think that their government is taking an upper hand on their properties. So these two provisions.
What do you understand by Waqf by user?
I'm sorry, I'm not aware of the perfect definition, but I may take a guess if you allow. It is if any Muslim individual is using the Waqf or giving away the Waqf properties, I think it might be called as the Waqf by the user or Waqf by user.
Okay. So communal violence broke out. A petition was filed to Supreme Court saying that it is a ripe time to invoke Article 355 and it should give a direction in that regard. Can Supreme Court do that?
Yes, when the High Court and the Supreme Courts are empowered to give direction to the center to involve Article 355 and take away the control from, not take away the control, intervene to protect these security and law and order of the state. But I think the state government or the governor of the state has already published a report that 355 and
What is the mandate of Article 355?
the Article 355 mandates center to intervene with the, or to protect the state from any of the exigencies that it faces due to law and order or public security affairs.
Okay. So, in case of internal disturbances, can we invoke national emergency?
Yes, ma'am. After 44th Constitutional Amendment Act, it said to we can involve national emergency.
For internal disturbances? Is that a ground? Or is it armed rebellion?
It was internal disturbances, but since it got misused in the 76 emergency, then it got by 44th it got changed to the armed rebellion.
Okay. Previously, we were talking about Manipur insurgency.
Yes, ma'am.
President rule has been imposed in Manipur. AFSPA was already in play. Can you tell me the reasons for imposing president rule despite having AFSPA already in action?
Yes, ma'am. The AFSPA gives the power to the armed forces to take over the control and invoke its power like search, seizure and arrest without any warrant. But it's due to the failure of the state government there to maintain the law and order and or bringing out a peace plan.
So, what is the major difference between AFSPA and president rule? How will now the working of the government change with the president rule in play?
Ma'am, the governance would be now through the governor of the state, as he would be the representative of the president of India. But in AFSPA, we give the power to the armed forces.
What special powers are given to the armed forces under AFSPA?
The first is the arrest, seizure and warrant, arrest and seizure of properties and individuals if they try to create any law and order issue. And the armed forces are also given shooting orders to in self defense and also in also powers.
Is there any immunity also which is provided?
Yes, ma'am. Immunity is provided to the armed forces personnel if any individuals need to be charged under court of law. So they need the permission of the central government before charging them in the court.
My last question to you will be: does CAPF have policing powers?
Yes, ma'am. And the CAPF also has policing power. It intervenes with the state or collaborates with the state when there is a law and order issue. We have seen in the Murshidabad, the BSF entered because the police needed them to empower and.
If I were to ask under what statutes these policing powers are given, can you recall?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to.
All right, thank you.
Aniketh, in your hobbies, you have mentioned that you are fond of reading diplomatic articles.
Yes, sir.
What kind of articles do you read on Indian diplomacy?
So I generally prefer C. Rajamohan. He writes on international affairs in the Indian Express. So.
Okay. Can you tell me the change in the foreign policy of India recently, especially tackling with terrorism?
Yes, sir. Yesterday, in the press brief, we have said that any act of terror would be considered as an act of war. So this is from a defensive policy. We have given the edge to the proactive engagement with the terror organization. And second, we have always proceed for the multi-alignment. From non-alignment, we have shifted to multi-alignment. So this is the second change. And our Prime Minister, after visiting Mauritius, he has expanded the Sagar policy to the Mahasagar policy. So, and these are the three major changes recently that took place in.
What is there in the Mahasagar policy?
So, in Sagar policy, we already have the security and growth for all in the region, the HADR, the humanitarian assistance and disaster resilience. But in Mahasagar, will be engaging in more diverse way in defense to cyber security also. The expansion of the dimensions is being considered as the Mahasagar in India's context.
Okay. Thank you, Aniketh. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Can I come in?
Please come. Please have a seat. Aniket, what is your assessment about your mock interview?
So I would say I need to visit the Indo-Bangladesh relations once more, and also the constitutional aspects.
And as per the assessment of the board, you are a very good candidate. You were able to handle all the areas. Your answers were very balanced. Your current affairs is fine. You were able to handle foreign policy to the military warfare. Your body language is excellent. Eye contact fine. But a little bit, you should be a little bit cheerful. You looks stressed.
Okay,
Be at ease. You know everything. Okay.
sure.
Have you ever appeared in the UPSC interview board?
No,
earlier?
sir.
You maintain, when is your interview?
20th May.
20th. Okay. You maintain this only. Okay. You go through the newspapers daily, cover the current affairs. The board did not ask anything on your subject. So there can be questions on mechanical engineering also. You brush up that. Otherwise, you are a good candidate and sure to be selected. Okay. Rather, the board thinks you are a civil servant, civil service material. You should also try for that.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Anything you want to ask?
So I need to engage all the members
When
for
you are
every
talking
question.
to a particular panelist, you talk to that panelist, but occasionally you can have the eye contact because your answer is being addressed to all. Our main attention should be on the panelist to whom you are talking.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
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 Thank
All
you.
the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.